Yeah.
I have cash. I can buy a house for $20 million and under a Cayman Islands trust.
Right, I've got companies all over
All over the world,
Islands.
yeah. I can do that. But if I'm trying to achieve a mortgage in my name and showing my bank statements, it's a lot harder. But that leaves you very susceptible to the matrix and the system. Let's imagine you buy a house in your name, you get a loan, you have a mortgage, you're paying it off, it's a 20-year mortgage, you're 7 years in, and then your job tells you that you have to wear a mask and get this experimental vaccine, otherwise you're gonna be fired. And if you're fired, you can't pay for the house that you've dedicated 7 years of your life to, and the house can't move, and you can't move, and you're stuck there. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You become a slave. You're gonna obey. This is what's gonna happen. So, I mean, Bitcoin, I guess you could say you don't have that problem, but a lot of the calculations involved when it comes to buying a house or all of these things come down to people saying, but that won't happen to me. The government won't do that to me. I'm law-abiding.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. I'm law-abiding. And I think there's an important mental shift you need to make, everybody, including you, sir. This is my advice to you as a friend.
Yeah.
If you piss them off enough, you're not law-abiding. You piss them off enough, they will lie and say that you broke a law. So there's no such thing as law-abiding when they can lie anytime they want. When they can just fucking make it up. And the burden of proof is on you. If they were to say to you right now, Samuel is a money launderer. This man committed suicide after losing his money in Samuel's program, and he's a scammer, and he's a terrible person, and put it all over the news and march you around in handcuffs. It's down to you to now convince 60 million people that they've lied.
Yeah,
and I can tell you from personal experience, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Now imagine doing that when they've taken all your money, all your cars, all your houses, every bank, you have nothing. They're like, go. You can't even hire a fucking lawyer. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they do it to destroy you. And people sit there and go, but I follow the law. Let me ask everyone in this room a question. You all say, I'd argue everyone says they follow the law, yes?
Yeah.
Have you read the law?
Yep.
You've read all of it?
Well, I'm a student. I think it's quite, but why do you think I'm studying the law, bro?
Well, you're preparing for war, and that's very smart of you. But let me ask you something. Has a king at any point in history ever not needed to defend his kingdom?
No.
So the bigger and more powerful your kingdom becomes, the war becomes certain.
Right.
So my only prayers for you as a friend is that somehow you manage to skirt the line of monumental success without ever pissing them off too much. But I have a strong feeling on a long enough time frame, if you continue to be monumentally successful like you are, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get pissed off at you. And then you're gonna sit and say, that Andrew Tate motherfucker.
No, I'll ring you up, bro.
9 years ago. He told me 9 fucking years ago. And they're talking about some law that...
It's scary because you did predict the future in the last podcast. So, mate, if that happens, I'll be phoning you up.
Your ability to have a gatekeeper over people who are freeing others from the matrix or freeing minds to some degree. They want you to have a boss of some sorts. Most people, you're quite a unique person. You're like me. It's your own company. You follow the law. You're yourself. It's completely you. The most they could do to try and damage you, which they haven't done yet, so you have a few lives left, is try and remove your YouTube channel. But you'd get around that. You're smart. You'd get 4 or 5 other guys. You'd hire them. They'd be the voice. They'd get people into the seminar. You'd continue anyway.
Yeah.
Let's say you're starting a movement, enough people are coming, whatever. Let's say they identify for some reason they don't like what you're doing. They're going to sit and go, well, who's his manager? Let's tell his manager to shop. He hasn't got a manager. Well, who's his agent? He hasn't got an agent. Who's his boss? He ain't got a boss.
Who are his sponsors? None.
Yeah. So then what do? They come with the legal system. Most people, if you're an athlete, if you piss them off, you're off the team. If you're a singer, you piss them off, you're not on the label. If you're an actor, if you're Asher D, you have to agree that Andrew Tate is bad when him and I both know we grew up on the same streets. We grew up on the same streets with the same life. I don't fucking hold anything against him for his past with firearms because I know that life because I grew up in it. But he's sitting there pretending I'm a bad person because he has to take the contract. He has to get paid. He has a lot of kids. He has 7 kids or something to pay. So I'm not even mad at the guy. I understand it. But he has an agent. So he has to cuck to his agent. Everyone has to, right?
Yeah.
There's gatekeepers the whole way around.
Yeah.
But if you're a person like you or me, if you're self-made and you're making people think for themselves and you're highlighting all the problems with the system and you're self-made and you come out of nowhere, they're going to try and get rid of you. Which is why Gary is a fucking agent of the Matrix. Because he pops up out of fucking nowhere and they keep putting him on the TV, begging for him to convince us to put our taxes up. Right. He is fucking hired. He may not even know he's hired. He's such an idiot. He may think that people want to listen to him with his annoying voice, fucking weed smoking little skinny rat. He may sit there and go, I have ideas and people like them and that's why they put me on the TV. No, You're a moron, and they need you to spread moron ideas so they can steal from us, so they put the moron, they wheel the moron to the front. You're a fucking dumbass.
His book is complete